So hi guys, welcome to Young and Limitless. And today I will be interviewing Louise. And Louise is the Community and Events Manager at Signal. And Signal is the place businesses come to get things done. So Louise has two children, a girl who's 27 and a son who's 24. So hi Louise.
Hello,
Thanks for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Agreeing to answer these questions.
It's okay.
So the young people, the young women, have expressed their anxiety when it comes to forming relationships with people that they're attracted to and people they like.
Right.
And one of the questions is, if you were their age, so say the average age is 16, and with all the different types of gender identities and sexual orientations and everything, and you liked somebody and you wanted to check if they liked you back, how would you go about that?
I think what I would do is you've got to rely on your natural gut instincts. I think when you like somebody, it's very evident within you that you have a natural attraction to that person, albeit an attraction physically or an attraction to their mind, to what they're about, to what they represent. It's just an attraction and you feel it. I appreciate it's quite difficult. You've got to be quite bold to go along and jump, straight in. But I would make some inroads as to just talk to the person and just talk to them and see if you do share the same things. Because sometimes people put on a bit of a persona. Mm-hmm. They put on a bit of an act. They put on a bit of a, I'm this, I'm that, to try and get attention. When until you get to know them, you don't really know whether that's what they truly are. They can often be sort of acting to get your attention. So if I was young again and looking for somebody and attracted to somebody, I would get to know them as much as I could first, just to make sure that we have that connection.
Mm-hmm. So when you talk about people having like a facade, a persona, how would you get underneath that and know if they really do like you and do like the things you say that you like, as opposed to just saying that because they want you to like them back?
I think again, I would really rely on my honesty and my gut feelings on that, and I think you have to be true and honest to yourself. Obviously, there is an element that they want to get to know you for certain things or for certain sort of be able to sort of either get better ahead themselves or get to know somebody else through you. That happens. And that's always a little bit difficult, is that are they trying to be my friend because they want to be with that person, so they're coming through you because you're an easier target. That happens. I think you've just got to really rely on your gut instinct, and you've really got to say, okay, this is me, and let's chat and let's talk. Talking is key. It's absolute key to just literally just talking and getting to know somebody.
Thank you. So what is, with the whole confusion over gender identities and stuff, how would you manage your own emotions about talking to somebody and how,
trying to figure out who they are and what they're representing as? I think nobody likes rejection. Doesn't matter in what form it comes. Nobody enjoys rejection, and it's very difficult being rejected. But I would say build on your confidence, because at the end of the day, not everybody likes everybody. It takes a connection. It takes that connection. So if you like somebody and you're not sure of what they are presenting as at that point in time, I would just continue with the conversation and continue with it, because at the end of the day, they are still people. They might not be attracted to you in a sexual way or in any other way, but they may become a very good friend. And I think it's really important to get to know people to be able to do that. And you won't be able to establish that unless you've got under their skin to get to know them. And that's what I would do first and foremost before jumping in.
Yeah, so I love what you say about building confidence. Would you, I know this is like putting you on the spot.
Don't worry.
Do you have like an opening line or a way of like initiating the first conversation?
What, in a personal sense? Or
whether you meet them in school or college or how would you go up to them?
How would I go up to somebody to introduce if I was attracted to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want them to know that.
If I want them to know that, I'm naturally quite a flirtatious person anyway. So I'm naturally quite good at flirting. And I would just go up and go, oh, hi, I'm Lou. And, I'd really like to get to know you better. I'd like to get to, can we go somewhere and have a chat and a talk? Because I really like lots of things about you. So it would be great to just connect together.
That's a great line. It's very confident. Yeah,
it is. Yeah, and I think that's what we really have to instill in young people is confidence is key. And the more confident you are, the less you're going to be hurt by any kind of rejection, because you're not going to have that I'm grateful that they're talking to me. It's like, well, actually, no, I'm me, and people should really appreciate and enjoy the fact that I'm me, and benefit from being with me. And I think that is something that you've really got to work on, I think.
And it takes a long time when you're a teenager.
It does. I'm much older now, so I've developed it over the years.
Yeah.
But even as a teenager, I was very aware of the fact that actually, do you know what? I want to be with people that want to be with me. And I would never be with somebody that didn't want to be with me.
So when you talk about rejection, because we've mentioned that twice now, that's so key in it not being about me, because it could be all about, they could just be really shy. I mean, if you're a girl and you're like a boy, boys are phenomenally shy.
They are.
They take a long time to process. They can take a long time to process stuff.
Yeah.
So they might come back later. They might need time to think.
And also when you talk about rejection, although if you are interested in somebody else and they reject you, it might just be that they're not rejecting you. They are rejecting, I don't know, that not you, but something that you represent, that they don't strongly or firmly believe in. So it's not you, it's just because you represent that. And going back to what you said before about all the different genders and all the different sexualities that people have, you don't know what people's preferences are when you meet them first off, but you literally are you. And as I said right at the beginning, you might really like somebody and think, oh, I really fancy them and I really want to be with them, but then they're not coming back to you with the same thing. It's not rejecting you. They might not just like what you are presenting as. And that's not a rejection. That's their personal preference and their personal choice.
Yeah. So I have another question.
Go on.
So so you have a young person, they go up to another young person and express, so I like you, what things are you interested in, whatever. And so if they say that in a sheepish way, they're likely to get one kind of answer. So how can they be brave? What advice would you give to somebody to how to hold themselves, or how to be confident? How would they in their mannerisms or whatever?
I think eye contact is really important. I think when you look somebody in the eyes of the soul, and I think if you look into somebody's eyes, in the business sense that we do here at Signal, we do a networking event once a week, and people come and network with us. And we do an exercise, and we've done it twice now. We do an exercise that you stand in front of somebody that you don't know, and you have to stare into their eyes for 2 minutes.
Okay.
It is completely unnerving. It's unnerving because 2 minutes is a really long time. But you know what? We do it once, and then you all switch around and you do it with somebody else. And the second time you do it, you relax into it. And you stare into somebody else's eyes, and you can really almost see into their soul. Wow. So as a group of girls, you can sit together and do that, and really just 2 minutes and silence and just stare into somebody's eyes. And it gives you like an inner confidence. I don't know what it is. Try it.
I haven't done that.
Haven't you?
No.
It's a really good way of just breaking down. And I think eye-to-eye contact is really, really important and gives you that confidence. And hold your head up, and eye-to-eye contact, is a starting point, I would say.
Wow. So brilliant. So can I ask you about your relationship with your daughter when she was a teenager? How was that?
Okay, it was challenging, to say the least. She was very confident, and she expressed her way, and she did, but she took no nonsense, to be fair, from any of her peers or any of people that she fancied or any boyfriends that she went out with when she was younger. And I struggled at the beginning because she was saying, "Oh, don't worry about him. He's just a friend. He's going to stay over at the house, and he's just a friend." I was like, "Oh, hang on a minute, one moment." In my day, we did not do that. I'm much older, obviously. We didn't do that, and like everybody's doing it. Like, of course, people they just sleep over. I was like, "Oh no, check with the parents. Oh, it'll be fine." So I struggled with that element of it because it was happening younger and younger. In my day, you didn't stay at anybody's house unless you were married.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but that's just the way it's now changed.
Yeah.
You know, casual relationships were not privy in my day at all. It was very different. But you have to evolve with the times, and I get that, and you have to, but it is difficult. It is very difficult. So if you are having troubles with your parents, girls, be aware that they may be of a different generation or a different culture or a different way, because it was very different. So it's difficult to kind of adjust to that, but there are adjustments to be made.
Brilliant. So as a parent then,
yeah.
So if your daughter was 10 years younger, what would your advice be to yourself 10 years ago?
Oh, 10 years ago, go with the flow a little bit more. I was a little uptight. Because I just like everything to be right. I was a little bit uptight. I maybe not have such stringent rules, because it turned out that she was a really good judge of character, and she was really good. And I maybe didn't instill confidence. I didn't have enough confidence that she was going to be making right choices. But she certainly was. She learned from me what we spoke to her about confidence and about making the right decisions, and not being grateful, being respected. You've got to be respected by people. People need to respect you. And when she was dilly-dallying and going out and meeting different boys and things, I was like, oh God, she's just like really, it's too much. And she was like, no, I'm fine. And she is fine. So I think maybe I should have had more confidence in her.
Okay.
I think is what I would say 10 years.
And was it the same for her dad?
Yeah, he was a little stricter.
Okay.
Dads with daughters are a lot stricter. So as mums, we hide a little few things.
Okay.
Dads with daughters are a lot stricter.
And how would you help her with her dad then? How would you smooth that over so he would also know that she's going to make good choices?
She's going to make good choices. I think I was the go-between a lot.
Okay.
I was a lot of the I would sort of pave the way for her things. So we as a family, we always sat down and had dinner together, and often the conversations would go off on a tangent, but I would know and I would pave the way. So I would ease things into the conversation a little more than tonight I'm going night clubbing and I probably won't be home till 2 a.m.
Yes.
I would paint a picture differently to that and say, oh, there's an amazing event going on and you really should go, and that, not lying but paving the way and softening a little bit. Dealing with fathers is quite difficult. They're very protective over their daughters, so it's quite difficult in that sense. So I kind of paved the way a little bit without lying, but just sort of smoothed the waters a little bit.
Wow. So your daughter sounds like she's very fortunate to have a mum who was understanding, and you made it safe for her to talk to you.
Yeah.
So what's one piece of advice would you give to young girls out there who aren't as fortunate to have such a nice mum?
Well, I think there's
mums were struggling.
No, I get that, and I think that you, again, it goes down to communication, and there will be somebody in your group, either your friend's mum, your aunt, your grandmother. You've got to find somebody within your group to talk to, your youth worker, anybody that you can find to talk to. I think it's really important to communicate. Don't hold things up. Don't bottle things up, because when you bottle things up, you become anxious and then you make wrong decisions.
Yes.
So when we're feeling anxious and our head is cloudy and it's full, then you definitely do make the wrong decision. So find somebody to talk to. There will be somebody. You have to reach out. Often you have to make the first step yourself, but it's better doing that than having it all pent up anxiety.
So for some people, when I was younger, I didn't have anybody to talk to until I was an older teenager.
Right.
So I used to journal lots.
Okay.
I also did some art. My art was very scary. Okay. When I was old, as an adult, I looked it back and I just burned the whole lot, because it was just, and there's some girls like self-harm.
They do.
So can you think of, talking is really good, but if you just can't do that, what other ways?
Do you know what another way is a really good way? Is music. I think music is a really good energy funnel. And often even now when I hear a song back from when I was a teenager, it just brings all those emotions and often you find words within music that are so relevant to what you're going through just by listening to those words and putting a beat to it. And headphones is great because you can really absorb yourself into it. And I think music is a really good way, a good channel, a good way of calming down and just seeing right from wrong, because they're often lessons in music, right?
Yes, they're real life.
So they're real, often musicians write about real life events and ones that you can relate to. So I would say music. It's quite insular, so I wouldn't say do that all the time, but I would say it's a really good channel just to get away from life sometimes. Good idea to put some earphones and listen to some really good inspirational music.
I love that last line, inspirational music.
Yeah.
Sometimes you listen to music that is how you feel.
Yeah.
And you just kind of go down.
I know, you can spiral. You can spiral if you pick the wrong. But uplifting, inspirational music. Another really good thing that I do a lot even now is TED Talks. Ooh. A TED Talk is a really good thing. I don't know whether you watch TED Talks, but there's a huge library of TED Talks about anything, about emotion, about this, and they're really good speakers that you can just listen to on the channel, on the TED Talks channel. It's really, really good.
And they're not very long either.
They're about 20 minutes, 20 minutes, just to get some inspiration and different ideas. Try different things. Mood boards, all those kind of things are really inspirational, just to kind of let your emotions out. Being a teenager is tough. It's really tough. You have all the hormones going through. You have all sorts of decisions to make. You're not a child. You're not an adult. You're in the middle. It's tough. We've all been there.
Absolutely.
It's really tough. But you're going to have a lot of emotions. But as long as you channel them, I think, it's an exciting time.
Yes,
it is.
It can be. It can be when you have the support.
Yeah.
And you have. Today with technology, you can Google so much stuff. You can find out what you want, and you can go to anybody in the world almost.
Exactly.
You're not limited by whose house you can walk to or catch a bus to.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's our time.
Oh, good.
Thank you very, very much, Louise.
It's a pleasure.
I really appreciate
Thank you.
the wise words you've given us.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
And please listen out to the next episode, which will be next week. And if you want to find me on Instagram, it's Young Limitless Podcast, all one word. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.